Hey everybody, Demetri Panos here, along with my great friend and colleague Kit Bowen. We are KDM. Hi, Kit.
Hi,
Good morning.
Dimitri.
How are you?
It's
Good
been
to
a hot
see you.
minute. It's been a hot
It's
minute.
it's been like 2 minutes. And today, folks, we ask you to look up at the sky. Look, it's it's Dimitri, it's Kit, it's Super KDM today. Now, of course, I am talking about Supergirl that flies into theaters near you. Can't wait to talk about this new Helen Slater movie along with Faye Dunaway. And oh, wait, no, not that Supergirl, the brand new Supergirl, which arrives in theaters today under the site of the direction or the site more so of James Gunn and
Who did
Craig
not direct this?
Gillespie,
Who did
he
not?
did not direct it, but
Right.
he's running DC
Yep.
for Disney, and Craig Gillespie did direct this, a well-known director. We have a brand new Supergirl played by Millie. What's her?
Millie
I
Alcock.
want Alcock,
Mhm.
and that is what we are going to fly into right now with our opinions and discussions. Again, welcome to KDM. You should note that there will be spoilers. So if you have not seen the movie, please hit pause, go watch the movie, and then come back and join in on the discussion. And by joining, I mean, write in your comments. What did you think of the movie? What do you think of the current DC universe? Let us know what you think. And Kit, speaking of letting us know what you think, let us know what you think of Supergirl.
Well, I saw your little comment about it on your Insta stories or your Instagram. I kind of feel the same way. I enjoyed it. I mean, I had fun. There was parts to it that were a lot of fun. I kind of liked the first half better than the second half, but I think Millie Alcott was really kind of all hinged on her performance. So, and I enjoyed her performance. So that aside, I definitely, had a good time. The audience that I saw it with seemed to have a good time with it too. But
Same here.
I do agree with you that it kind of still fell into some of those tropes that these superhero movies fall into, which is, extended fight scenes, like you said in your thing, she loses her powers and she gets her powers back, and then she loses her powers and she gets her powers back, and it was kind of like a lot of that. They could have cut out maybe two or three of those different ones. Um, but I enjoyed kind of seeing her backstory, what ended up happening to Krypton after Clark, Superman, Jor-El, whatever the heck his name was. What is his name? Cal? L? I don't know.
Kal-El.
There's a lot
Kal-El.
of L's in the end.
Jor-El is his dad. A lot of
There's a
L's.
lot
They
of
do a lot of
L's.
L's.
A lot of L's.
Yeah.
Um, but he gets shot off before everything goes to hell. But then it turns out that spoiler alert, turns out that Kara L, who we now know Kara, she her dad kind of has this sort of force field thing that he puts over a part of the city, and then the people who are in that part tend to live on. However, kryptonite, which is always going to be the bane of their existence, somehow has seeped into the soil of this thing, and everyone's dying anyway. And so they ship her off. She doesn't want to go, but she goes off anyway. Anyway, and then she kind of spirals. And I thought the spiraling was kind of fun. You guys can see it from the trailers, but she has a bit of a rough time of it, not really accepting her who she is and what's happened to her and her, family and everything. And then she ends up meeting this young girl whose family has been killed by this horrible looking person, Krem, played by Mateus. I can never say the guy's last name, but he's a great actor. I like him.
Don't
Um,
ask me to do it. I'm horrible, but
Chosen,
Schonertz. I'm gonna
Shonen,
go
yeah.
with that. I'm
Okay,
gonna go with that. Schonertz.
yeah. Badass guy, Krem. He
And Matt, if you're
especially
listening. Forgive us for butchering your last
Yes,
name if we did.
Mateo, yes. Um,
He's a big fan, I hear.
yeah. And yeah, so apparently he's involved in some sex trafficking, I guess, of like women being herded up and because they have to perpetuate their
All
species,
male
all
species.
male species. Yeah, so that sucked. Anyway, this young girl sees her whole family killed in front of her, and then she seeks revenge and goes around. She kind of has a Antoya
Oh,
uh, Montoya sort of from Princess Bride. Hi,
oh yeah.
I am Baba from the Bubba clan, and I am seeking revenge against
Yeah. You killed my parents
you
and
killed my parents, prepare to die.
prepare to die.
Yeah.
That's
So,
totally.
yeah. So, yes. So she, Kara reluctantly kind of ends up teaming up with her to try to help her out because along the way here, she's like, I can't really help you out, but then the dog Crypto, I guess, is a big part of the comic books, right? I mean, he's kind of a favored character from the comic books. I don't know. People
Not
are like,
necessarily.
oh,
I mean,
well, anyway.
crypto, but we'll get it. We'll talk about it a little later.
Anyway,
But
so
yeah,
yeah, he is Krem shoots him with a poisoned dart, basically, and now he is now on his last legs. And if she can't get the antidote,
no pun
Kara,
intended.
yes, can't get the antidote in time, her beloved puppy will die. So that's her incentive, which is a good incentive. I'm sorry, it is.
Sure. Yeah.
It's many movies have been based on don't kill my dog, don't kill my dog. Because if you kill my dog, then I'm going to come after you. John Wick, Dances with Wolves. I mean, there's a lot of them. But um, yeah, so she goes off to find Krem, and the girl goes with her. And then they try to, get what they want. So along the way, they meet a bunch of people, including who's a great little cameo. And I guess this is another beloved character from the Superman series is Lobo, played by Jason Momoa, who makes a grand entrance, and it's kind of fun. So yeah, some of the fight sequences I really liked, but there were too many, and there was a lot of back and forth. And again, it's just I don't know. I mean, I know you and I know how you feel about superhero movies, but I guess after that first four phases of the Avengers and how great most of those movies were, not all of them. I suppose you get a little tired about it, and they haven't seemed to really break out of it. I mean, I did really like Thunderbolts. I know you didn't, but I thought that kind of took a different spin on things. But since that's the only one that's kind of been a little different, I'm looking forward to the Spider-Man movie though, because the Spider-Man movies have been great in my opinion. But overall, the genre of superhero movies, especially in the DC universe,
You
have
kind of
been a
you
little
kind of
lacking.
froze on my end, so I
Oh.
don't know if that was gonna freeze on everybody. So
Anyway, I'm just
maybe
saying
kind
that
of close.
overall, the superhero genre is a little tired. And DC has never quite hit it. Never quite hit it. The Batman movies are different. I think they're not the same as like
They
the Superman
kind of
movies.
are.
Yeah.
I agree.
And some of the Batman movies, of course, have been fantastic. So, but none of the Superman movies have been, except for that very first one with Christopher Reeve. That's about it, in my
And I
opinion.
love the
I have
second one.
just, oh yeah, the second one was good too. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. But I wasn't completely, rolling my eyes at this one. I kind of went into it thinking it's gonna suck. And it didn't. It didn't suck in my opinion, but it definitely wasn't, gangbusters in any shape.
Yeah.
But I think Millie's performance was fantastic. I really liked her. I'm excited to see her playing this character moving forward because we're still gonna get more. It doesn't matter what we think. They're still gonna make them. But I did. I enjoyed her. I really actually I grew to really like her from the House of Dragons, the first season where she plays the younger Rhaenyra. But yeah, I think she did a good job. So if it wasn't her, it probably really kind of wasn't gonna be great. But she kind of put it over the top for me a little bit. So yeah, I mean overall, okay. Fun.
Yeah, I mean, we're in agreement here. She's good. I'm not going to say she was fantastic. She's good. She looks great in the costume. She's good. I think they could pick almost anybody because at this stage of the game for superhero movies, you're kind of rooting for laundry, aka a costume, and you're looking for someone to fill it and do a respectable job, which she very much does. And speaking of costume, I do want to talk a little bit about uh, um, Superman is in this movie.
Yeah, David Cornsweet.
And David Cornsweet is in this movie, and
And we
actually,
both liked him from the reboot too.
but he was fine in the reboot. But people were like just over the moon praising him, and I couldn't figure out why. He's fine. In Supergirl, I see it because he wasn't fighting, he wasn't flying, he wasn't doing this. But I see the Superman characteristics and how he played Superman, and I'm like going, oh, okay. Now I see him. Now I can look at him as Superman. I thought he was in the short time he was in Supergirl. I felt that it was far better conveyed as Superman than he was in his own movie. That set aside, yes, this movie, ever since James Gunn has taken over the DC universe, he cannot get Guardians of the Galaxy out of his head.
Yeah,
That to me
that's
has
true.
been the biggest problem thus far for these two movies out of the gate. Um, and yes, I had a problem with these fight scenes that are done to either a repurposed pop song or an original pop song, all done in slow motion. And I believe I counted five of these types of fights. And you brought it up too. Yes, the other issue I had was, yeah, how many times in one movie can a superhero lose their powers only to return triumphantly to great like score, to lose them again, to return triumphantly, to lose them again? I was like, okay, that's getting a little bit tiresome. I agree about the little girl. I also thought was very good,
Yeah.
Eve Ridley as
Hmm.
Ruthie. I found her to be very good as well. Um, I did have one other from a narrative issue. Uh, it was just a pet peeve of mine. So we're to believe that Supergirl, Kara, has like this moral compass because she continues to lecture throughout the movie. She lectures Ruthie on what it takes and what it means and the possible how it can affect you, that the effect that killing someone can have on you.
Right.
And Ruthie is out for revenge. And Supergirl continually throughout the movie tells her, not a good idea. Don't kill somebody. Don't kill somebody. You don't want to kill somebody. It's gonna plague you. It's gonna
Right.
sit with you for the rest of your life. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, great. However, point one, if we're going to show backstory on Argo, I want to know the backstory of why Kara is so affected by this.
Hmm.
There should have been something in where she killed somebody, perhaps out of revenge, and how it affected her. And I think it's even more so why she's the Supergirl she is at the beginning of this movie and at the very, very end of Superman. That would have like led to some emotional and humanistic heft, but we never get that story. Now, my
Well, I
second
guess
point
I
is,
figured it was because of her family drama and having to
I,
leave her
I,
home. That's how I
I
saw it. But I don't know
get,
about the
I
revenge thing.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about, but it was just about killing somebody, right?
Right.
Uh, and then, secondly, she seems to kill without abandon. Like
Yeah.
she
Well,
she's
she's
like
already
killing
morally
people. Like
compromised.
I Yes, I mean, but yet, and I'm like, okay, then who are you to be lecturing this girl when A, I don't know why you have this thing about killing people, you're doing it, and like, I don't see that part of your backstory. I see the tragedy, but yet it's not that much different of a tragedy than what Superman has, but Superman was a baby, but still, he doesn't have his parents. We've seen that story play out time and time again. So yeah, I just found, and I also found that it was jumping all over the place, literally flying all over the place. And again, it looked like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. The
Mm.
villain was a very like he looked like a bedazzled villain from the first Guardians of the Galaxy. If you just add all those little gemstones to his face, they look kind of similar. And I don't know. It's oh, and also my other big pet peeve is the CG crypto. I mean,
Oh.
come on. Can't we get like a real dog? Look, I know you're not going to, I know we're not going to believe a dog can fly, but we should. And I know we're not going to throw a real dog up in the air and take pictures or video him, but couldn't we find a real dog at least? I
Well,
mean,
didn't they use a real dog in some parts?
it didn't look none of crypto looked real to me. None of
Oh,
them.
well, it didn't
It
bother
just
me.
to me,
I
to
thought he was
me.
real.
Yeah, no, it just looked all CGI. He was CGI in the Superman movie, and I don't understand why. Um, does it save you money? Like I don't get it. I'm just like it takes me out of caring, especially with all this going back and forth about AI. He just doesn't look real. And you could remedy that by actually having a real dog play certain parts. I mean, look, I don't heap a lot of praise on Netflix. However, I will say for the new Scooby-Doo series that is in production currently, they have a real Great Dane. Now, are they going to intermix it with some CG? They're going to have to at some point, I'm sure. But, I've already seen video of Scooby Doo. I Crypto just looked fake to me. And when you're hinging your movie on the cuteness of a dog, which I love dogs, instead of your main character, to me, that's always an issue too. When Crypto super stages Superman and everybody talks about crypto, you've got a problem. And I feel the same thing here. And I don't know, I just wish that they would do something. Now, somebody could tell me they use the real crypto, but to me, I couldn't discern reality from CG. And again, I think that's for me, that's kind of a problem. This is a very cute pup. I understand the motivation. If somebody had killed my dog, I'd be very upset at them as well.
As
So
I said, it's a motive for many, many.
it's a motive for many. Yes, it's a motive for many people. And I understand that. Um, Lobo was fine, but here's my thing with Lobo. And Jason Momoa, look, I think he was a far better villain in this movie than he was a villain in the Fast and Furious movie.
But was he really a
However,
villain? I think he was sort of an
what in
anti-hero.
the Fast and yeah, I
Yeah,
sit corrected.
Lobo's
He's an anti-hero.
Lobo's
He's like a
yeah,
bounty hunter, yes.
yeah, he's
But we
he's his
don't
own
know we
thing.
don't
Yeah.
yeah, we don't learn much about him and he seems to be the hand of God in the movie. He shows up when it's necessary for him to show up. However, his final words in this movie, as he's talking to Supergirl, look, I find it funny. I was like, I get it from that character. We are in such a pearl clutching society today. I was like, wow, nobody had a problem with what he just said to her. Nobody. I go, wow, that is crazy. And I'm not going to say it here because people would have a problem for me saying it, but it was like he said something like, so long, body parts, or bye, or see you soon, female body parts. And I'm like, oh, okay. We're okay with it because Lobo says it. anybody else says this in a movie, they're canceled. I really wish that I really wish that we could like suss this out and like why it's okay here, but it's not okay there. Why it's okay. Like I personally don't care. But it just stuck out to me going, I wonder who's going to be offended by that. And thus far, I've not read one review or anything that has stated that. And I'm like, okay, that,
Things,
you know,
the things that you that bother you just cracks me up.
it bothers me because we're in such that pearl clutching, we are in a very cancel culture pearl clutching society today, right? And so when a real person, if a real person had said that to somebody, it'd be, but this is a superhero movie, and that's okay, I guess. I mean, I don't know where the line gets drawn, and nobody seems to be offended by it. Men, women, you know, and you're going to have children seeing this too. So, look, I don't care that it's in the movie. It's just all the societal things that happen today where I see people get canceled for stuff. James Gunn is a person who got fired. He was fired from Disney um, because of something he had said like over a decade ago. He had posted something on Twitter. He got fired. So now Warner Brothers picks him up and stuff. So, you know, and a lot of people were upset. The cast of Guardians of the Galaxy were upset about this firing, so much so that they said, we're not going to make another movie if he's not the director. So this is what I'm going for. And here, you know, Lobo says something that if anybody said that out loud, they'd more likely be canceled and be, you
Yeah,
know,
but Demetri, you're talking
so
about real life people saying these things, and then a
correct.
character who's obviously very misogynistic or whatnot in the film, it's okay for him to say it. I mean,
It
it's
it
kind of not
it
really the same.
It kind of is.
No, it
It
kind
kind
of
of is
not.
because like
It's
he
kind of
shouldn't be. He
not.
should no. In this society, he shouldn't be a character that people are praising. Like why? Because he's cool and he's able to get away with that. That's all I'm saying. Like there needs to be this line either needs to disappear because I don't care about raunchy comedy and I don't care about raunchy lines. What bothers me most is how people react to it. And if a person can say something from 20 years ago and be canceled, and then a comic book character, an anti-hero can say something and then nobody says beep about it, that's my problem. Like the line doesn't become blurred. It just like the goalposts constantly move and you never know what's good or what shouldn't be said. And if you have someone who's impressionable watching it, and then he says that to his mother or to somebody else, like, okay, fine. That's okay because he got it from like the society we're in. I don't like it. I don't like the pearl clutching it. I know, oh my God, look what he said. But I also don't like it. You can't have it both ways. I don't care if the character is fictional. When you praise a character, like, and then the character does something very blue, uh, you can't accept this and not accept that. If you accept that, that's fine. But then you got to accept it over here. So
Well, okay, you're
I
gonna
don't
get down
know.
off your pedestal now. I
I'm
don't
just
agree with
tired
you.
of yeah.
That's
That's
okay.
well
We can move
again,
on.
but see,
Let's move on.
that's kind of like the problem is that I don't know. We just shouldn't like there shouldn't be a line. Like we should be cognizant and educated enough and know enough that okay, you shouldn't say that. We could say that it's funny. It's like raunchy comedies that just don't play today like they used to. But I'm kind of glad to see them somewhat come back. I mean, we had that scary movie come out, and that did fairly well. The Naked Gun movie did fairly well. So maybe there is a resurgence, and maybe people kind of want that. But it's just a weird thing to me as someone who grew up in the 80s and 90s where the R-rated comedy and raunchy comedy and comedians of that ilk, I grew up with. You did too, and I loved them. So it's just
I
fascinating
didn't.
to me. It's a fascinating thing. No,
Mm.
you didn't like people like Joan Rivers who had a renaissance, or George Carlin who had a renaissance in the 80s and 90s. I mean, the and then there were like plenty of other
I'm
like
talking about the
raunchy.
movies. I'm not talking about comedians.
Oh yeah, I was talking about comedians. So you didn't like some of the, you didn't like Porky's? You
Oh,
didn't like
hell no.
Caddyshack? You didn't like
No,
Caddyshack? You
not
didn't
that
like
much.
Animal House?
Well,
You didn't
that's
like
different.
American Pie?
No.
Yeah, well, see
I
then,
did like Animal House, but no, Porky's was just
yeah.
stupid. I mean, I didn't like them because they were
Um,
stupid. American Pie was
well,
okay. It's just, that's just
that's
it's
a,
not my cup of tea. I don't like raunchy comedies. I never liked any of the Adam Sandler movies for the most part. Happy Gilmore, there was some
oh
funny parts to it. I didn't like any yeah, that was just not my I mean the airplanes were kind of funny, maybe the first one. I never really liked any of the scary movies. Sorry.
yeah.
So
I
yeah,
don't
just
apologize.
just just not my thing. No, not my
All
thing at all.
right. So, well, okay. Never, please. What a
But
great
I
thing.
do like movies
Never
like
apologize.
Trading Places, which is funny because
Right.
Steve and I were just my husband and I were just talking about how that was probably the last time that you'd allow someone to be in blackface. I mean,
Oh,
there's that whole scene, which is a
that whole scene.
hilarious scene, but he was in
Hilarious.
blackface. Don't think that could
Hilarious
happen
scene.
today. No, that could not
No,
happen
no,
today.
no. And
Mm-mm.
that's what I'm getting at too.
Yeah.
First off, as a good friend and colleague, never apologize for your opinion. No. Secondly, folks, there's no other review show out there that will be talking about a superhero movie, Supergirl, and then go off tangent on something that's kind of not related, but sort of is. But again, Kit, never apologize for your opinion.
Yeah, well, this
Your
whole
opinion
movie
is very
actually
valued.
back to the Supergirl. I mean, the whole movie kind of was a little like scary in the way of the whole human trafficking thing. I thought that was kind of a little like, ooh,
Yeah, that's not being
that
talked
was
about,
weird. Kind
especially
of,
today.
yeah,
Especially today.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wonder if there are
That
creme
bothered me
files.
more. That bothered me more than him calling her sugar tits or whatever the hell he calls
Oh,
her.
he just take out the sugar.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
So,
But yeah,
I'm just
that
saying.
didn't bother me as much as the human trafficking part of it, which was,
Yeah,
kind of interesting. Anyway,
it was
so
interesting.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I would give this, if we're going to ratings, because here we can wrap up here. I would probably
Yeah.
give it 3.5. I think 3.5.
Oh, wow. That's okay. Three and a half. For me, it's a solid two. It's a solid two. It didn't make me angry. Um, yeah, it didn't make, I actually thought that it was a bit better than Superman. But it is very flawed for a superhero movie. And now I think our next one up is Avengers Doomsday.
No, Spider-Man.
Whatever. Oh, it is. That one I'm actually kind of looking forward to because
Yeah.
I enjoyed like the
I've
last
liked all the
movie.
Spider-Mans. I've
Yeah.
with Tom. I've really liked almost all of them. Maybe the one with was it the second one where they go to Europe? Maybe that one to me was
Yes.
just the weakest, but other than that, I've really enjoyed all of those. And again, it's Tom Holland too. I mean, he's just such a cutie and he's played that part to the best degree,
He's-
I actually did when he first started out, I did a feature, like I listed who's the best
mm,
Spider-Man. And at that point, I thought Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man. I still love him as Spider-Man too. But now that Tom has played him so much, have to say I think maybe Tom overtakes it a little bit for me as far as
mm.
playing him.
I'm still in Tobey
Toby
Maguire camp.
Toby was great, but there was something about Toby that just lacked. See what it's just why
Uh,
I loved Andrew. Andrew was he was
he was
he
good.
was
He unfortunately
he
he was
was
put in
sexy
movies.
and charismatic, and he and Emma Stone had the best chemistry of
They did.
any of the love interests in the film. So in the series, I should say, in the franchise. So maybe that was it. But yeah,
I don't know.
Toby
I
was just a
bought the
little.
Tobey Maguire one. I
No,
like to. Yeah, to me,
I
Tobey.
liked Toby too. I didn't not like the second Spider-Man's my favorite of his movies.
Oh, it's excellent, and I enjoyed the first one. The third one,
No, the second one's I actually like
but
the
the
second one
second
better
one,
than the first one. Yeah, with
yeah, I
Doc
mean,
Ock.
it's a very good. I mean, yeah, he was
And
fantastic, and
nobody's played Doc Ock again, so that's interesting to me. Alfred Molina
yes,
was the best Doc Ock, and except for the I don't know if you ever watched the What Ifs on Disney.
no,
Oh,
no,
well,
no,
Catherine Hahn plays a Doc Ock in that one, I think. She voices Doc Ock. And it was pretty cool too. But
wonderful.
yeah, anyway.
In the last Spider-Man movie,
Oh, I loved it.
I thoroughly enjoyed, and
I loved it.
it is good, and
Loved
I'm
it.
looking forward,
To
and
the
I'm hoping that it is as
to the fallout
intelligent.
from that. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next, and I'm
right.
hoping that it's
And I don't
as
know,
good
is
as
this the
so.
last time Tom's playing him? I think it might be.
I think so.
Yeah,
Um, so
yeah.
anyways, so there are at least two superhero movies upcoming. Supergirl kicks it off, and I know that DC and Warner Brothers put a lot into it as far as marketing goes and such. And we'll see whether it flies or spirals down and
So
goes
far it's
splat.
flying. So far it's
It's
flying. I think
doing
it's had
okay.
some
Yeah.
good previews. So, but yeah.
Yeah, it did.
So like we
We'll see what
said,
happens.
if you've seen the film, let us know what you think.
Hmm.
Like and subscribe. These are the things we really appreciate. So go ahead and do all
You
that
saw it
down
in
there.
IMAX, correct?
I did. I
How
did.
did it look in IMAX?
Great.
Or I should saw it in Real D 3D,
Ah,
and I can't necessarily say that that enhanced the movie, but it didn't detract from it.
I'm glad it
The
wasn't. I
3D,
didn't see it in 3D. I'm real tired of 3D. I don't really love
yeah, I'm
that
not
so much.
tired of it. It was. I had actually forgotten that I had gotten tickets for a 3D version, but it was fine. I mean, it looked good. The 3D, like I said, it didn't take away from it. There was really only one scene in which the 3D was, I thought, perfectly visualized, and that's when Lobo was swinging his thing, and it would come around, and it literally would go right in front of your face as it whipped
Oh,
around. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's where 3D is great use." Everything else, I mean, it looked good. It was sharp, clear. Um, the space and everything looked great. So, if you have the opportunity to see it in 3D, I don't dissuade you from doing it.
yep,
IMAX, I believe they used IMAX cameras for scenes. So I always loved that format. Just couldn't do it for this one.
yep.
But yes, let us know what you think. We're going to fly off to our next movie, which I don't know what that will be quite yet.
Probably the Odyssey.
The Odyssey.
I believe that'll be our
Okay.
next biggie
So,
because you're seeing the
yeah,
Minions movie next week. He's our
correct.
resident guys. He's our resident. He likes to see the animated films. I'm kind of over it already. I don't know why I
I
am,
do.
but do follow Demetri on Instagram, guys. Demetri
And
Panos.
do
And here
follow Kit on Instagram and Threads and all the other socials.
I'm
Uh,
not quite as vocal on mine as you are. So you definitely follow him. You can see some of his comments and reviews on
Thank
things.
you.
If we don't get to talk about it together, so
Yeah. So, but we
yeah,
love doing this. And again, please comment again. Folks, thank you so much. You have no idea what it means to us if you're clicking in and watching and listening to us. It means a lot in this influencer age. So when, Kit and Kit has a lot of experience doing this, and I like to believe I have too,
yeah,
of
absolutely.
being movie reviewers. But I think first and foremost, and I hope this comes through, it does when I talk to Kit, we're fans of movies. We love movies.
Hmm.
And we love to talk about them in an intelligent, great way. And we feel that movie discussion, look, may not change the world. It's not brain surgery. First and foremost, it is an art form, but it should also be fun. You should have a good time doing it and kind of know what it is you're talking about.
Yep.
Kid has an amazing, amazing movie history,
So do you, D.
which, so thank you.
So yeah,
But
so join us
I
again
hope
when
that
we
comes
come back.
across.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Please
come
do.
back
Thank you
and
very
see us
much.
again.
All
Take
right.
care, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
all.